Assalamu alaikum. This is Aisha, roll number BP1650046, and my topic is atenolol. Atenolol is used for the management of hypertension and angina pectoris. It is used for chronic conditions rather for the treatment of acute conditions, because it is used for the management of acute conditions like in case of myocardial infarction. Irrational use, that it shouldn't be used with bradycardia. In case of bradycardia, shouldn't be used because it causes a decrease in heart rate and blood pressure. So if used in bradycardia, may worsen the condition. Shouldn't be used in case of metabolic acidosis because it is itself an acidic drug. So if used in metabolic acidosis, may worsen the condition. Shouldn't be used in patients taking calcium channel blockers because calcium channel blockers decrease the blood pressure. So if used with calcium channel blockers, may worsen the situation. Clonidine is a hypotensive drug, so atenolol shouldn't be used with clonidine because they can cause more severe hypertension. Alternative choices include metoprolol, which is when evaluated for a decrease in risk of stroke, it was proved to be superior to atenolol. So it is a good alternative of atenolol. Bisoprolol is more cardiospecific, so associated with less side effects, so serves as a better alternative of atenolol. Carvedilol is good for controlling chest pain and heart failure, so it is also a better alternative. Dosage adjustment is required in renally impaired patients, like in case of elderly patient in which renal impairment is more common. For hypertension, it is given in a dose of 50 or 100 milligram, and for angina, it is usually given in a dose of 100 milligram or 50 milligram twice daily. Side effects include chest pain, worse chest pain, slower uneven heartbeat. If taken in higher doses, cause shortness of breath and cold feeling in hands or feet because of beta blocking effects. Brands available with price comparison. So the three brands I have taken, if we compare the prices of those brands, Atenoscot by Scottman Pharmaceuticals is way cheaper than other two, which cost rupees 35 for 25 milligram tablet, which comes in a packet of 20 tablets, and other two costs more. Available dosage forms with choices. In case of acute heart attack, chest pain and high blood pressure, oral dosage form is preferred, which is usually tablet. IV injection, which comes under the name of Tenormin, which is a brand name of atenolol, is a beta blocker used for control of hypertension, angina, and for the management of acute myocardial infarction. And Angelina is a 60-year-old woman, and she has a number of chronic medical problems like coronary heart disease, congestive heart failure, hypertension, diabetes, and hyperlipidemia. She takes a glass of red wine with dinner and several cups of licorice tea. So what would be the initial steps for effective management of her therapy? And she has a complaint of sluggishness and fainting because of furosemide and potassium supplements. So her chief complaint is sluggishness and fainting because of her medications. History of illness include coronary artery disease, heart failure, hypertension, and diabetes. Location of chief complaint is by observing her medical conditions, obviously it is cardiovascular system. Characterization is chronic. So her history reveals that she has chronic medical problems like coronary artery disease, congestive heart failure, hypertension, diabetes, and hyperlipidemia. Her medications include medications for diabetes, hypertension, and congestive heart failure like glyburide, propranolol, niacin, digoxin, azoxystrobin dinitrate, which is a vasodilator, captopril, which is ACE inhibitor, verapamil is a calcium channel blocker, and other multivitamins and minerals. Vital signs showing that her BP is extremely high and heart rate is extremely low. Respiratory rate seems to be normal, and physical exam shows that she has sluggishness and chest pain. So her ECG shows sinus bradycardia with an old anterior myocardial infarction. Assessment: her sluggishness and fainting are most likely due to her lower heart rate because of digoxin she is taking in a very higher dose, which is not appropriate for elderly patients. She is taking propranolol and verapamil together, it is also not recommended because propranolol is a beta blocker and verapamil is a calcium channel blocker. Both lower down the heart rate, so they contribute to her sluggishness. Based on her old history of myocardial infarction, she is also in stage B of American College of Cardiology, according to American College of Cardiology classification scheme. So her treatment plan included digoxin dose reduction to be lowered down to 0.125 milligram daily because digoxin is known to have cardiotoxic effects if taken in higher dose. So the dose then would be monitored for 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks changes could be made to her dose. Switching from propranolol to a cardioselective beta blocker, atenolol in a dose of 50 milligram daily would help because atenolol is a selective beta blocker and propranolol is not. Verapamil should be discontinued because it is with propranolol worsening the effects. The current angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor in her regimen is captopril, which is taken 3 times a day. Because of this, she is poorly adherent to captopril. We will change drug from captopril to ramipril, which is more suitable angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor and initiated at a dose of 1.25 to 2.5 milligram and has to be taken only once daily. So she will be more adherent to this compared to captopril. Verapamil may be discontinued because of her angina. Aspirin will be added in her regimen. So recommended therapy for stage B includes an ACE inhibitor, which we have ramipril, which we include in our regimen, and a beta blocker, atenolol. Loop diuretics are generally more effective, and furosemide is preferred when we observe her case. Other considerations like licorice tea she drinks, she has to cut down because that tea has mineralocorticoid properties which cause blood pressure elevation, salt and water retention. She is suffering from a condition of hypertension, so she shouldn't take licorice tea because it will make the situation more worse. So for her hyperlipidemia, she should begin with lifestyle and dietary modifications. Lifestyle modifications like she should do a small exercise daily, like brisk walking, and for dietary modification, she should take green vegetables and fruits daily for the that will also be beneficial for her management of hypertension, as well as it will also lower down the cholesterol levels. And statins are the drug of choice for the management of hyperlipidemia, and also be considered in elderly population as they are very effective and well tolerated. Antidote of atenolol, as atenolol can cause toxicity, and atenolol toxic effects include hypotension, bradycardia, and cardiac depression, which can appear within 2 hours of administration. So antidote for beta blocker is high dose glucagon, which will reverse the effects of hypotension. Drug interactions: if atenolol is taken with calcium channel blockers, it may worsen the effects because they both lower down the heart rate. If taken with monoamine oxidase inhibitors, they may increase or add to the effects of atenolol. Other drugs like digitalis amiodarone is a diuretic. Digitalis contains digoxin. If taken with atenolol, they may worsen the situation. So that is all. Thank you so much.